I'm going to sign up for an account at Yola just to show you how that works if you haven't done this already. I'll also show you how to do aspects of the assignment. But the very first tutorial here will just be signing up for Yola and kind of getting things going for this course. So basically, I go to Yola and I go to create an account and I just fill out all the information. Now that I've signed up, I'm going to go ahead and create a new site. So I will create let's say an education site, and you can enter your name here. You can change this later if you want to change the name of your site. So I'll just go to an education site and start that. Things are pretty well. Fill in the blanks. And once you have that, just click Build It. Welcome to the site builder. You want to open a store? No, I'll just go ahead and edit my site. And this is the template for the education site. And as we looked at in class, for some folks, you can make changes. So you can actually change the name of this. You can change the heading if you want. You can click on that and call it whatever you want. And I can just call this whatever I want to, class site or whatever it is. You guys call it whatever I ask you to do it. Then you can change the font style, size, make it a little big, and just leave the rest alone. I'll click Save. I've got 2 pages, and Yola at this stage is going to let me make one more. Used to be a lot more, and maybe again at some time. So each of the pages that I have, there's a contact page and a home page, and each of those pages will allow us to put some information on here. For up here, the very first, the top text, I can put, welcome to my site. Down here, you can put down your educational philosophy or introduction, however we discussed it. And anything that you're really not using, get rid of. So here, you don't need the rest of that stuff. Over here, you can type in whatever fits. Notice down here, there are different images. You can either take them all out one at a time or just delete the whole thing because you don't need it. And here, philosophy, you could use this or just get rid of it. So now these are the basics of the site. You have a picture here that probably doesn't look like you. So you can upload a new picture by, if you just go to Edit, it'll ask you to find images or upload a new image. And so here you can upload a picture of yourself. Just click on Upload New Image. You can search on the desktop to find a picture of yourself, of a school, however we decided. For this class, I'd like you to have your picture of yourself so everyone can see what you look like, and that's just a good way to get started with these. So I found an image, I click Open, it uploads the image. And the idea is to customize these sites. They're templates. They give you the option of really adding the kind of content that you want to. So here I am. So I can type up that my educational philosophy is to fire up student enthusiasm, whatever. Now, we also have another page, which is the contact page. So we have home and contacts. I haven't published this yet, but what I'm going to do is just get rid of this contact page and put the contact information on my home page. That'll save me one of the pages of the 3 that we can use. So here I'm at the Contact Us page. Remember, I go to Home or Contact Us. And then I'll just go to Page and delete this page. Do you want to delete it? Yeah. So now we only have the home page. And I can actually put the contact here up on the page itself by going to the widgets. So I'll call it the widgets, and I will look at the forms and just take a form and drag it here. Let's say, and I can have a Contact Us form. See, so I don't need a separate page for it. It's got all the same stuff, and the only thing I need to do is up here where it says Edit, I need to put down how this is going to look. I could change it if I want to. That I don't really need the phone. Don't call me, I won't call you. And then I'll go to Settings, and this will show where the form is going to go. So you can put any email address down that you want to get the feedback from your website. You could make a separate new email address and then have stuff go there. So it's up to you. So leave that. And now, if I save my work and preview what it's going to look like, so when I post it, I've got my website and Contact Us, or I can move that to a different spot and have my philosophy. So I'll get rid of this, and I will take the contact and move it down, let's say underneath the picture, and I've got my educational philosophy up here, and each one of these is a widget. The widget that's holding this information here is the column divider, but if I just want to put some information down to go over both columns, I can go to the basic text, drag it in, and notice it'll create that big bar, big box around the text box, and then you can click and edit the text, and notice there's a whole bunch of things that you can do with the text. I can put in a link. So if I want to go to apple.com, I will highlight this. Probably don't need that extra period in there, but I will highlight this, and then over here where it says link, click on link, and I can go to another page in the site or to an external link, and I'll put Apple, and this will go to Apple. I'll have it open up in a new window and click OK. So that's how you make quick links here on your website. And so this would be a first page. The next thing I ask you to do, well, actually you can actually change this if you want to. If you click on almost anything, you can change it. So here for class site, I can click on that and change the text. And as I showed you before, you can do whatever you want to. You can always go back and change that. So I'll make another page. If I look here, I've got my index page, which always stands for the first page. We call that the index page. Then I'll make a new page. And this page has unsaved changes. Yes, I will keep it. The new page I'll call the PLN, the Personal Learning Network. Now, on this page here, I could call this Personal Learning Network. And I might make this font smaller because I want it to all stay on one line. That's pretty important. You don't want stuff to bleed over into the second line. So the next step is I'm going to put in some text here for the Personal Learning Network. And then I asked you to find 5 different sources for your personal learning network. So Pinterest might be one. You'd sign up for that. Another one might be Facebook. Well, if you already have Facebook, don't use it. Another one could be LinkedIn. And there are several education sites that you have choices for. So I'll just put down whatever the education site is that I find, like Kathy Schrock. Whatever else. Fifth one could be Tumblr. So for each one of these, you're going to put in a link each week that is something that you use to connect with other folks or get resources as you develop your skills in educational technology and education in general. So I'm just creating my categories here. Now, what I'll do is each week I will put in one link for Pinterest and Facebook, and I'm going to go and search for something that's interesting that would be of use to me in my career as an educator or using educational technology. And this is just a way to organize it. You can organize it your own way. So for the first week in Pinterest, I can put down an address. I'm just going to leave that. And then I will annotate it by saying, this is a Pinterest collage where I found, and so on, whatever you found. Facebook, I found the Connecticut School Board chair and ask them some questions. And whatever he said, you might want to put down. So you really have a chance to kind of explore your own interests and also the kinds of things that are personal to you with respect to educational technology and education. Now, there may be a link. You may put a link in, and if not, then you could put in the whole site where you found this information. Same thing with LinkedIn or whatever else you have. So your personal learning network, each week you're going to put in some information. Then second week, you'll hold the shift key down and hit return. Should work. Maybe not. And just type in 2, and that'll be for the second week. And I'll put down the address, the Pinterest address, and then I'll write something about that, and so on with Facebook and LinkedIn and the rest. So as you go along in the class, you're going to have 6 of these. You'll have the second week up till the next to the last week. So each week I want you to find information, people, contact, authors, and so on. When you make another page, you can just go up here. You've got index PLN. You can make a new page, a third page. And so this is the end of this tutorial, but you have a third page, and this will save. It asks me automatically. And then for the third page, you can put down any of the choices that we have that I've given you for a page. So you'll have 3 pages on this site. I'll just call this new. And there you are. You have your, let's get rid of the widgets now. I've got my home page, PLN, and whatever is on the new page. See the next tutorial for how you can link your 2 sites together.